Rostrum Review, Ezekiel here. All right, so next show, Professor T. So Professor T, the UK version. There is the original. It's a Belgium show. I watched that first. I watched the first 2 seasons. That is solid. That is very entertaining, but it is in subtitles. So if you have no problem watching subtitles, go watch the original Professor T, the Belgian version. And I believe there's like two other ones, like a German and a French one too. I didn't check those out. I saw the original years ago, and it was really solid. So when the UK came out with this one in 2021, and they had Ben Miller from Death in Paradise season 1, I was like, let me check this out. I'm surprised to see him do it. Now, with that said, let me give you the rating. The show overall is an 8 out of 10. It's very entertaining. It's very good. The actor does a very good job. Ben Miller does a very good job. Very surprised that he can play this role. The reason why, let me give you the synopsis. So the synopsis for Professor T is you have a professor that is OCD. He's a criminologist for a big time university. Brilliant, but he has OCD, and he has OCD bad. I want to say maybe a little bit, him and Monk are probably on like paired. Monk from USA. They're pretty solid with the OCD. But I think the only difference is Monk, to me, seemed to be a little bit more socially aware, and Professor T doesn't care. He doesn't care. There's a little, he's socially awkward and very blunt, very straightforward, similar to House. Not as nasty as House, but just very blunt and straight to the point as House. Okay, so that's him. He wears gloves. He has to put down his handkerchief every time he has to sit down on a public chair. Him and his mother don't have they have a very good relationship, but there's a mystery involving him and his father and the family and stuff like that. And you'll find that out. I don't want to ruin the show. But that's not, and let me finish the synopsis. I'm sorry. So his old student ends up working for the police, and she basically asks for his advice and guidance through harder cases. So it's kind of like Sherlock, and an advisory professor helping out the police, basically. And everybody has to really just deal with his issues, and that's it. And that's pretty much it. I think what makes it entertaining and what makes it different than Monk, because I will compare this to Monk, is we as the audience get to see his active imagination. He has a pretty solid active imagination, and it's also seen in the Belgian version too. And that's really what got me in the show, because the director or the writers or the show would just go right into his active imagination, and you don't notice until it's like something crazy, like a band comes out of nowhere, or they start singing and dancing out of nowhere. It's a little bit of that and a little bit of what he wants to do, but he can't do it because of his mental condition, or what's it, mental condition, or because of his diagnosis. Let me say that. That's better. Because of his diagnosis, he can't do it. So you get to see like what he's thinking, what he wants to do, but he can't do, and he's dealing with it. He's dealing with his issue as best as he possibly could. I mean, he's successful, So this show overall, that's the synopsis of the show, and the show overall is very, very entertaining. It's a mystery show, but I say it's more of a comedy and a dramedy than anything else. Ben does a very good job. His student that calls herself, I think her name is Emma Naomi. She's solid. She does a very good job. There's 3 seasons on Amazon Prime. Let me see anything else, because I don't want to spoil it. It's very, very, very good. I gave you the synopsis. I gave you the review. I gave it a rating. Yeah, that's it. I don't want to talk too much about it. I think I just felt like I should do a review on it, because season 3 is done, and I'm waiting for season 4. And it's Amazon Prime with the PBS Masterpiece subscription. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, that's it. Peace.